Hi, I'm live and I was doing a video on Instagram this morning and I heard my higher ups, spirits tell me that we're going through a cosmic evolution right now in the earth plane. So there's a huge major shift. You might notice a lot of people, friends, family members, getting a little jumpy on edge, and maybe starting arguments with one another, things like that. It's a shift with our world because of everything that's been going on. I'm here today live to do your readings, and I'm going to be doing a reading today and pulling some cards on what our global shift of our cosmic evolution is about and why we have to have that right now on the planet. It's already written in the stars in astrology. So when the earth plane started, this was already written in stone. Why we are going through a cosmic evolution. So I'm going to pick up the crystal ball and I'm going to look inside the crystal and I'm going to get some messages for what's going to happen the rest of 2020 and what's going to happen for our world in the future. So I'm going to close my eyes and how it will affect your world also. Okay, so a lot of people are really trying to get ahead right now. We can't think straight with all this stuff coming at us, though. Right now, people just need to meditate through it, work through it on their own. They can look forward to going out and doing some things that are fun, but I feel like still it's important of what you want to manifest in your life right now. Manifestations are vibrating very high on the earth plane. So what you think about and you speak about is your power and what you bring forth to you. If you tell the world that you want to change. Okay, so now it's weird. I am seeing President Trump, I believe's profile in the crystal. So I believe Trump is definitely changing our world. I'm seeing his profile, and I feel like there will be things that come out later about why he's using these type of tactics. People are in an uproar. I feel like what goes all the way down with our world must eventually come up. So I feel like he knows the philosophies or the theories behind the masses and the minds of thinking and the Illuminati and all the secret societies. And I'm seeing in my crystal all of a sudden, I am getting a synchronicity here. I see that we're going to be starting to care more about our animals. That the, suffering that has been going on with animals on the earth plane, because we learn from nature. So a lot of us are going to be starting to learn from nature. So observe how the animals are acting. Observe the birds getting louder when you go outside and listen. This could be because of the definite change in pollution, that the pollution is getting better and the earth is cleansing. So she's going to be more powerful, Mother Earth. People will start to care more about their pets. They will start to care more about their animals. And it's like they're a family member, and people will start to rescue animals more in 2020. I feel like this is also a way of coping. Thank you for that synchronicity. I feel like, oh, my spirit said the word wormhole. We're kind of going through a cosmic wormhole right now, where we're kind of stuck also. So we're stuck in a wormhole. You know about the galaxies, you know about the stars, you know about the wormholes that we can get stuck in. I'm waiting for the next vision to come in and the next word from Spirit. Show me a vision here. I want to keep this positive. I think that I should not, as a psychic medium, give the world, with things that are negative that's going on in the world, too much power. So I'm not going to talk about world bad stuff too much, but I am seeing huge changes in the stock market, a lot of friction with that, a lot of people going to cryptocurrency. I see a change in our money situation, a lot of gold. Maybe people getting getting more passive income, starting their own business, self-employed. People switching to that as a result of huge things, with what's going on with the riots and everything affecting Walmart stores, things like that. People traveling on highway. More people are afraid to go out of their houses because of these things. People throwing bricks off bridges, things like that. But that's going to end because all the rioting, everybody's going to get tired. I feel like it's been productive in some way. Due to some world change. Okay. This is specifically to 2020 right now, predictions in the crystal. And I'm holding up the crystal. Sorry if you couldn't see it. Okay, there. I slanted my crystal to a different vision. So I'm going to see more visions going to start to pop in now. Okay. Okay, I am seeing a face come really, really clear in the crystal right now. There's definitely an agenda going on in our world due to political. I think a lot of these things that are happening are due to result of the media and politics. I feel like if we stay out of it, we won't get sucked into it as much if we stop watching the TV, the tube. I think a lot of more people will be starting to go within and realize their inner power and their thinking ability and their magic and courage. I think the world is going to change and have more courage. No, I don't think Biden will win the election. I do feel like Trump will get reelected because I already heard my spirit guide say this. I feel like it's already kind of paid for. So I think Trump already paid for himself to be reelected. Like I said, I think Trump has a specific agenda of what he's trying to do right now. So he knows exactly what he's doing. I think he does consult mystics and things like that also. So just a heads up on that. Mystics and psychics, possibly. I think that there will be more brutality in our world, where people will get caught up in bullying others. So we really have to do our part and share and not to bully others right now. And that doesn't mean not speaking up for yourself, because you're allowed to speak up for yourself. And then how the person handles it, that's their issue when you speak up for yourself, because a lot of people are distorting things and they're not seeing truth. So how we see truth more is to work with the crystals and meditation more and proper diet. Then we're able to see truth. A lot of people are going to go through explosive anger. This might cause more world friction and more explosions to happen on the earth. If we don't stop going this way, there could be more nuclear threats, missiles, things like that, being threatened of being sent over here to the U.S. because I feel like they're showing, the other countries are seeing that we're at a weak, vulnerable state right now. So I see people in China, Korea observing everything that's been going on and just kind of looking at us, and kind of Korea and China could be laughing at us right now, saying, look, they can't even control their country at all. So they might take advantage of the vulnerable state we're in. But, I don't want people to start thinking that. But if we come together, we are going to exhaust this planet and wear it out and be the cause for it to start over again, which would happen from something like that. So, how much, the rainforest, things like that, trying to preserve the rainforest. These are all good ways to help the world and Mother Earth breathe better, because I feel like that's really what it's all about. Because even Trump and politics is at her mercy, Mother Earth, although they do have underground tunnels that they can go into in case of a nuclear disaster or anything like that. So, but yeah, basically, what the public does feel on a higher level is those threats in society. That society has gotten, on a subconscious higher level, intuitively, they have felt those threats for a long time coming on. But, everybody talking, the minds of the masses speaking, saying, oh, the world's going to end, they need to stop doing that. We need to start doing our part in changing the world. And that would be with meditation, just being peaceful. We tried to have peaceful protests. I don't feel like it's ready yet to have gatherings of large amounts of people, because it turned into something ugly. So I don't feel that, peaceful protests are able to happen right now because of the agenda politically. So we've already tried that route. It didn't work. So now people are going to be starting to climb up out of that for fear that the world is going to change too much and the violence is going to get over carried, and we're going to change our country to totalitarianism or martial law. And we need to prevent that right now from happening. So every person on the earth needs to do their part. That's what I'm hearing Spirit say. How do we do our part? We don't dramatize our emotions too much. We don't get emotional off of the simple things in life. We cherish and we help others to try to heal. Sometimes we help others to try to heal by just being ourselves and being calm and peaceful and energetic. Calm speaks louder than words of yelling. If you've noticed, I do feel that way. So, okay, on here, I'm going to answer some questions now because I see some people join me. Charlie Woodcock, thanks for joining me. Roar, thanks for joining me. Roar asks, would garlic help my scars, or I shouldn't apply it on my skin? I don't think garlic helps on the outside of the skin. It's more aloe vera that helps on the outside of the skin. If you have a scar, it'll help the scar to come down and take it down so that the scar won't show as much. Garlic is more internally ingested. That's what my opinion is. Don't juice garlic, though. You'll end up in the shower with your whole esophagus burning. It'll be so painful. You'll jump right in the water. You'll want to get rid of it. I tried doing that once. It was a bad mistake. So again, I answered your question, Charlie Wilcock. Will Biden win the election? No, I don't feel like he will. I feel like Trump is going to get reelected. Charlie also says, my pet alligator passed a few months ago. I'm sorry about that. Really sorry about that. I feel like I don't feel alligators are good pets. I feel like that's kind of like keeping a tiger as a pet. And you saw how that resulted with the Tiger King. I feel like those type of animals need to more run in nature and be in their surrounding, in their element of water, and be in deep, deep waters. So I don't feel that alligators are good pets. So that might be why it passed, because if it was held captive, I feel like the soul of an animal dies if it's held captive too much. It might have had a lot of water, I don't know, but I feel like it just kind of was not happy. So that's why it passed. One good point that the Tiger King did make in the movie is an animal's soul dies when it's caged. So animals, I know intuitively that animals do not like to be caged and should not be caged, except if you're trying to train a dog for a while, but they should not be caged as larger dogs. I feel like they need places to run. Dogs make perfect pets. Obviously, cats make perfect pets. Birds make perfect pets, although I get sad for birds that are not able to fly because I feel like that's their life force is to be able to fly. But they do make good pets sometimes. So I guess that's the message for him. If anybody else has a question, if not, I'm going to go on with world predictions. Please subscribe to me. Thank you for coming on here. You people that are on here right now with me, I really appreciate you. If you know people that are trying to get more subscribers, let me know and I'll subscribe to them. So I'll do a trade subscribe where they can subscribe to me and I'll subscribe to them. And click the link on my website, which I'm going to type in right now. // create. I feel like right now what's going on in our society with the Black Lives Matter movement is kind of like trying to pull the Band-Aid off the wound that's already been in place for so long and not allowing it to heal. I feel like there'll be 12 more incidents, my spirit guide said, and more will get arrested in that because of the rioting. So I do feel like the peaceful protests tried to help, and I do feel like the other officers will get arrested in the George Floyd murder. And I do feel like it'll maybe go up to first-degree murder. I do feel like I would definitely worry about him, though, the police officer getting harmed in jail by racist people, Black people who are anti-white police. That's not something to be laughed about. Do you see Darlow and I talking? Didn't we answer that question the other day? I think we did, didn't we, Roar? I thought I talked about Darlow the other day too, but I do feel like you need to take a break from each other right now. Sometimes friendships and lovers need a break from each other because it gets a little too heated. It kind of reaches a growth point at one point and then it needs a break. So breaks are good. I feel like everybody's on different algorithms. So sometimes people are over here having fun and doing everything fun and going on, parties, picnics together, things like that. And then the Scorpio sign could be over here working. And it's their time to get somewhere and progress because they've sat around for a long time and were depressed over the winter or something. Some people have, problems with lack of sunlight, or some people go into depression. So I feel like maybe I'm channeling this for you and Darlow. I'm not sure. So this is more, I'm not so much a medium here today, but I can be. I totally wore myself and drained myself out the other day when I was on YouTube as a medium. And I'm really, really trying to get more subscribers so I can start getting paid through YouTube. So this is my way of doing it. And this is the only way I really know how to do it, except for I'm going to hire somebody to start putting the little words across the screen, things like that, photos on the screen. I don't know how to do any of that right now. So I'm just all a one-man show trying to work for myself here. Sleep definitely helps. And yes, you will feel sad today, Roar, and I'll tell you why, because you're feeling the weight and the heaviness of everything going on in the world too. The earth shift and earth plane changing and shifting. So you're feeling the shift. I feel like a lot of people will be swooped kind of into a wormhole of exactly what they've been trying to manifest for many years. And their higher self will come up and help them to get somewhere and progress and move forward. I feel like this is a time now of moving forward. I feel like I was in that place yesterday that you're talking about where I felt so sad and I felt drained and tired. It was because I was feeling all the heaviness of the earth plane. There was a heaviness. So we all are empathic. Every single one of us born on the earth plane, we can feel at a higher level. People are going to start to get more intuitive too. And all these psychological issues will be coming up. Anger, pain, hurt, depression, sadness, grief. So many things are going to be coming up with people right now. And it's like a time of total, like, I would highly suggest kind of going into a meditative space and just kind of being simple, taking baby steps. The earth will hold you up no matter what you do with your career, your job. For people that had broken glass at work, at their businesses, they'll rebuild. Everything will come out of this eventually. I don't feel like it's going to lead into something that is going to happen forever or continue on our earth plane, because I think that's where everybody's scared is, God, is this never going to change now? Or is our earth in our world in the United States just going to be like this, where there's going to be people burning cars, people burning, killing people in the streets, with the rioters and the tear gas and the National Guard having to come in? We've seen movies about this, as, kind of like worried that could be prophecies of what our world is to come. And, all of a sudden the coronavirus got kind of swept under the rug too, with all this new stuff. And notice that the media is totally controlling everybody. It's like, oh, now we forgot about the coronavirus. We're over here thinking about the riots and the death of George Floyd and everything. So it's a big transition for our world, and uncomfortable at that. When we're going through a transition, just like the birth, when the baby goes through the womb, it's uncomfortable for people. It's uncomfortable for the baby going through the 9 months of pregnancy and then going through the womb, the wormhole, the new birth canal to the light, to the different type of world. We're going to be pulled into the light, hopefully, as human beings. It's a cosmic evolution, getting to the top of what I was saying before. So, why did Carlo come in my dream? He said, I see you in the dream, but kept walking. Okay, because that's your higher self connecting with him in the dream. So you're astral traveling and meeting him halfway in his dream time through dimensions. So we do work with people in the dream time when we're meeting them in other dimensions. Like, we have to do work together still sometimes in the dream. So if we really like a person and they're very spiritually connected to us, sometimes we'll finish doing work with them on the earth in the physical connection, and then we'll do some things in the dream time with them. So just honor that he is at least coming into your dreams right now. I do feel a disconnect with your relationship with him. I feel like really, people are feeling sad over small things like this, and they should, be, I'm not trying to sound judgmental or anything, but we have to see the bigger picture of things, or take ourselves out of the box. The bigger picture is that there's a huge, huge opportunity for world change here. And, drawing energy to the light. I'm going to try my hell, my darnest in my future from this day forward, not to draw too much energy or rehash the same old thinking in my brain every day of how I'm upset about something. So I think the world is getting tired now of their pattern thinking and the negative thinking. It's kind of like the world beating their head against the wall saying, hey, this didn't work before. How's it going to work again? Because there has been protesting before and it never really worked. There has been, or maybe it has, they say the Boston Tea Party helped things. War helps things. Okay, yes, I agree. I shouldn't state that. We have to remember our soldiers too. They went over there and risked their lives for all of us people. And we didn't have all that violence and protesting because of them. Or maybe we did at one time, like in the Vietnam days. We do have to remember those soldiers. And we do have to realize that at one time, there's always going to be a protest for some body or some type of organization or some type of culture or some type of where, you know, society feels compassion for these people that are going through this, you know. So there was the flower children, heat, peace, love, and hippie days. There was Woodstock. There was a very bad virus going on during Woodstock, but Woodstock came together and magically everyone was okay. Maybe a couple of people overdosed or something on some acid trips, but you know, what I'm trying to say is that I do think that if we think, we can create, and magical thinking abilities and power of our words, power of our thoughts. Thoughts are things, they carry a vibrational frequency. So what we're thinking, we create. What we're trying to prove to others, will at one time be able to prove, because we speak up for ourselves. And then listen to people too. We need to listen to others, and we need to respect others. This is going to come in our world right now, where people are going to start to have more respect for others, I think, because everybody's going to get so tired of the fighting after a while that they're just going to be like, okay, so this is going to shape our world to hopefully a better place. It's going to be where people on the earth plane are going to be able to walk in harmony with each other, I hope, you know, and I do feel that that will come at one time. If not, we'll all have to go to the stars to get that in our life. And you know what that means. Going to the stars is, you know, the Bible says the meek will inherit the earth. Will the meek inherit the earth? Donald Trump held up a Bible, but supposedly he held it up backwards. He held it up upside down. So what does that mean? What is that telling you too? I think he has agendas, and he's doing something with deep meaning. And if you can read into the deep meaning of what he's doing, maybe you can start to try to shift your perception of everything that's been going on with Trump, because there has been so much hatred in the world to start out. As far as with Trump, so many Trump haters, I feel, more than Trump lovers. So this also got our world to go down, with the minds of the masses hating one man in society. This also took our world down to be vulnerable and exposed to viruses, exposed to riots, things like that, because of the mass hatred in the world for one man. One man is human. He's trying to do his job. Whether he does his job right or wrong, he's still in a place where he's trying to do his job. And, you know, people might not agree. There's a lot of agree with people right now, clashing of interests, clashes of humans right now. Humans are clashing with each other. So this is another World 2020 prediction of what's going to happen in our world to come. And then we're finally going to be like at rest, where we need rest from the world clashing so much with each other. So, well, the people that are watching me right now, if I can do one part to help you in the world to feel better, is just to take a deep breath, release, breathe and meditate, and think of a vision of the earth plane and you sitting on top of the earth plane, kind of like Buddha in a Buddhist position where you're going Om, and you just see this light coming out of you that goes down into the earth plane, and it goes all over the world, and see your light, your inner light, sharing your light to the world. Buddha talks about all lives matter. That's a Buddhist philosophy, that every single life is precious. That means even an ant is precious, or a spider. Don't kill the spider if you see it. Instead, let it outside. That is a Buddhist philosophy. Some people perceive the term all lives matter as a right-wing, terrible thing to say right now. I'm staying neutral. I'm not saying anything. I'm just stating what is going on in our world right now is that Black Lives Matter. And that's what I feel we should be stating right now. You know, it's like people are scared to state anything right now, you know, because they're like, what if I say the wrong thing to hurt somebody else or affect somebody else? So I'm stating what is going on right now in our world is that right now in our world, Black lives are mattering. What's going to go on in our world in the future? Will we learn from all this? Will we learn from these killings? I don't want to get stuck too much in the world's negativity in this reading. I want to focus more on what's going to come as far as the powerful positive in the world. See what else I can see in the crystal. Is there anything else you want to show me? Spirits and the crystal. As far as what's to happen in 2020. Just remember, I think people are going to go into more health awareness too. I see health getting better for people because people are going to run out and they're not going to get gluten, and they're going to start to be more gluten-free, and they're going to start to go vegan, and they're going to start to do intermittent fasting. I see more people doing that kind of stuff. I see people that drink alcohol and do drugs are taken down, and, you know, just learning the karmic lessons from not taking care of your body. We have to take care of our body to survive on this earth plane right now, because there is so much to conflict with our bodies and how sensitive and fragile they really are. And the earth plane was getting cloudy for a while and milky, and it was just, you know, all the chemicals and everything. Now I feel like it's balancing itself out a little bit more because of the quarantine for so long and people not driving in their cars as much. So I do feel the earth plane had a chance to clean itself up, and that's important to me right now. Might not be important to all of you. Isn't that cool how it looks like an orb floating without my hand there? Wouldn't it be cool? We are able to see orbs. People are going to be more highly intuitive in the world. They're going to have prophecy dreams, things like that. Okay, I hope you all liked me. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to me on YouTube. Check the link down below of my email address. You can email me. I'm going to type in my email also, ladybutterfly1059@yahoo.com. If you would like a reading, you would like an add-on reading, I will be pulling cards for people. I will be doing specials where you get a more thorough, in-depth reading besides this free reading on here when you watch me live. Keep looking for me live. I'm going to try to go live every single day. Thank you all for joining me. Thanks. Have a great day.